Oh, we're just going, oh my stars. Guys, up close, I look like an 80-year-old woman. Hey all y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today we are going to be finally doing my full face of Fenty Beauty. We are all, if in the beauty community, aware of the popular rise of the Fenty Beauty phenomenon. It is your girl Rihanna's makeup line. She has come out with some really stellar products. You guys would have seen in my haul some things that I got specifically to do this video. One thing you would have not seen in the haul, because I got this but didn't haul it, is I did finally break down and buy her Moroccan Spice eyeshadow palette. I'm pretty sure this isn't limited edition anymore. It was for like her holiday release last year or something like that. I can't remember, but I was like, I'm just gonna bite the bullet. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it for the YouTubes. You guys know I am a huge fan of her Killawatt highlighter formula, but we've got stuff, y'all. We got the primer, we got the foundation that we got matched in store for. We got the concealer, we got the powder, which let me tell you, I was in store when I got the eyeshadow palette and I was touchy feeling the like lavender one. And y'all, if I like how this one like sets and everything, I may have to get that lavender one because it looked so brightening. We got one of her stunner liquid whatever. We got all kinds of highlighters. We got a highlighter we're gonna use as a blush. So let's just go into this. Angle, maybe just like a titchy, awkward, whatever, no tripod situation going on. Y'all understand I have moisturized my face to within an inch of its life because I have heard that this foundation is not necessarily the most forgiving on dry skin. But obviously this is just a first impression, so wait for, say, a haul follow-up after I've used this with some other probably more hydrating primers, but we are just going to start off with priming. This is the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. Very nice bougie glass packaging. I mean, it better be bougie for the price. Probably got way too much going on there, but it feels nice. Now, I do know, I will say right now that this foundation, I mean, no foundation is going to play well nice. I've got two whatevers going on here on the sides of my mouth. I am not sure what that is all about, other than potentially the seasons changing, birth control. I have no idea. It actually feels really nice. Like it's got a good glide to it. Like I know this is supposed to be, I was reading the reviews and they're like, oh, it's so good for just like smoothing out and everything looks all whatever. And usually primers that have a smoothing out whatever, kind of that pore filling, minimizing, are usually a bit more tacky and less supple feeling, at least in my experience. But this feels nicey nice and smoothy smooth, so hopefully that goes well. And we have got the Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. I got mine in the shade 130, whatever that means. This is obviously going to be like a pale season shade, so if I like this foundation, I'm gonna have to get another shade for in the later months. Get this going. Now, I don't know what my undertone is. I mean, I trust the Sephora lady, but that looks, I don't know. We'll just have to see. Getting it using my Real Techniques whateverness going on here. Let's see if I can, oh, this is always so awkward. Oh, we're just going on and we're just dab. Oh, I can tell you right now, it doesn't, just on like first impressions, it looks like it's going to be a foundation that is going to be sinking into my lines and emphasizing pores I didn't know I had. And it looks so yellow. Is that just me? Does that look okay to y'all? Like I said, I am not a color theorist. I am not, oh my stars. I should have known this wasn't good. I should have known this was, oh my, like, oh my star. It's already like set and, oh no. Okay, like, it's so matte, like, you set it down, and if you don't immediately go to blend it, it sets to matte. No. No. This is, no. Oh my goodness. I know y'all aren't gonna, you can, no. No, 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 no. Oh my goodness. It's already cracking into, oh. No. I was gonna film after this, but I'm not sure if that's gonna be okay. Like when I first dab it down, it's like it sets down really patchy, and then I go to blend it out. Are you supposed to use a brush? Y'all, I'm gonna call time of death on the foundation because I can tell you right now that this isn't gonna work. So I'm gonna take this off and put a different foundation on, and we'll continue on. Alright, so apparently it seems today is not my day, as you all can see. In my rush to change my foundation, I grabbed one that I love, and I grabbed my summer color. But we're just gonna roll with it, and in that scenario, we're gonna go with the darker of the... Oh, it's gonna be bad. That's okay. So we are going to attempt to use the concealer in the shade 120, which, ooh, it's gonna be a beautiful comparing. Oh my stars. So we're just gonna do that the way I normally do it, going on her, going on like this, putting on that war paint, as it were. I'll blend this out using this. Let's see how it, it blend out nicely. It blend out nicely. That blend out so pretty. Ooh, I think next time I would use a lot less, or maybe that's just because it's so light compared to the foundation I'm using. Yeah, pretty sure I'm not gonna be filming after this. We'll give our face a rest after this. But it do look really nice on the skin. Like if I had a foundation that was like this formula, that would look really nice on me. And I must admit, I'm not really feeling the primer. You probably can't tell, but in places where with other primers where I usually don't have cracking and everything like that, I'm experiencing it now. So the primer, and this is a foundation, I am very aware of how it looks on me. Oh my stars. I'm very familiar with how this foundation looks on me, so obviously I'll still try it a little bit more, but the prognosis does not seem too promising. Alright, let's get some powder time going on here, because so far the concealer, I mean, aside from the, yeah, whatever this is. Ooh, I dumped out. Ooh, no, no, too much. Oh, powder everywhere. Oh, alright, let's just get this powder in here and dab. Oh, wee. Alright, I don't think it's, I may have to get, oh, I hate it when a powder does this. I like it when it brightens, but I feel like it, no, I mean, it's still, I mean, the concealer's still pretty high contrast, but it looks like it kind of doesn't, I don't know, we'll have to see. Alright, so this has been fun. Thank you all for watching. Just kidding, we will see this through till the end. And I had all kinds of dreams of looking heckin' cute today, but you know, the best dreams are meant to be broken. Just gonna prime my eyes here, and then we'll go on. Well, hopefully the eyeshadow. I feel so bad for like the ladies at Sephora, because now that I actually like now that I actually, like, you know, return makeup, I've been like, I don't want to say returning a lot, but, you know, usually when you normally don't return anything because, you know, like, you know, why are you returning it? And I'm like, well, I bought it for a review and it sucked. Like, I returned the Kat Von D Vegan Love, you know, we're returning the Kat Von D fetish whatever going on, and they know me at the Sephora. That's the only Sephora I go to, and they have a very small staff there, so they know me. And so I feel really badly because I know Sephora is like trying to be a bit more like, I know you get in trouble if you make too many returns, which I can understand because you don't, you know, even if you like make a return, you don't lose your points and stuff like that. So that's an easy way to abuse the point system. But y'all, if this, I mean, I could probably tell you right now, this is going back. So opening up this bad boy, I will tell you right now, this thing is like freaking $59. This is not a $59 color scheme. I admit it's her first whatever going on, but you know, I mean, $59. But it could just be me. I'm just gonna start off with this like cute little rosé shade going on here. And then we powdery, but that's okay. I've, you know, dealt with powdery shadows before. You're blending out nice though. I mean, nothing I have not used before, but not, you know, a travesty of a formula, which is always nice. Now, traditionally, for as much fallout as I'm experiencing with this, I do like if I'm dealing with this much fallout, like I would, you know, be dealing with, say, Lorac or Kat Von D, I do usually prefer my shades to be a bit more pigmented because I feel like I can deal with fallout if, you know, I'm getting a significant payoff. Because usually when I deal with fallout, you know, you go in there and you get the fallout, instead of like pushing my brush in there, I just pick up the fallout, but we're not seeing a huge amount of the pigmentation, which is one thing, you know, I feel like if you're a brand that, like, you know, is very diverse and very inclusive, you're going to want it to be able to show up on your deeper skinned boys and gals as well. But it does not look bad by any means. Let me get another brush. Then I'm just going to go into this next red shade here. They do have names. I went into Quicksand first, and now I'm going into the Saffron shade. Hopefully this will, yeah, we got some pigmentation going on there. All right. Okay, this is much more what I would have liked. Yes, this is nicey nice. That's nicey nice. And they are blending very nicely into each other, and I'm not seeing any kind of texture or whatever starting on my eye, so that's really nice. I appreciate that in a formula. I apologize very much for the awkward angle like I always do, but you know, alright, I think that looks nice. Then we're gonna go into, this palette gets really dirty really quickly, and I know a lot of people don't care about that, but I am very anal about my palettes looking dirty, looking used, which I understand is lame. All right, now I'm gonna go into this just like deep berry shade right here, and we're just gonna deepen it up even more, going on right. Ooh, that layer nicely. And I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this palette. I'm going to check online, and if it is permanent, I will keep it, because I think that'll be, I like having a multitude of formulas, and it'll be good for if Fenty comes out with future palettes to have a reference base, but only if it's permanent. If it's still limited edition, it's going back to the store. Just because I can tell you right now, it's like nice, but it's not a formula I haven't seen before, and the color scheme is beautiful, this greeny goldy whatever here right here, but honestly, I can get this in stuff I already have, and since I'm trying to be more more better, as it were, about buying things, you know, then we'll just have to see. But this is definitely something I would obviously also want to play with a bit more than just in this video. I'm not a huge fan of it's like I'm packing it on and doing the thing up here. And okay, for a minute I thought it was like taking it and blending it away. Then very last, I'm going to take just a teensy bit of this and really just concentrate this on that last little outer area, just to add even more depth and dimension. Just on that teeny tinier outer V going on there. I usually do like a patting motion here and then gently blend out the edges. And as always, this is not a result of my best work. Then I probably shouldn't, but I'm gonna go in with that shade because it just, wig just fell down. It's just, I don't know if you can see, but it like flashes greeny there. So we're just gonna get, oh no, is it one of those things that's like applies best with your finger? Because if it is, oh no, that apply nicely. That apply nice. Ooh, look at this. Okay, that is all kinds of pretty. It does kind of have a similar texture to the like Huda Beauty ones that are a bit more like, I don't know, they're just kind of a weirder, non-regular shimmer formula, which honestly probably perform best applied with your finger or under like a really tacky primer, but your girl ain't got time for that. But that's still really, really pretty. That'd be a poppin' crazy highlight. Then I'm just gonna take this red we used here and just kind of gently go under this waterline right here. All right, you are definitely gonna want to be using some kind of tacky primer or whatever with this, because I'm getting all kinds of effervescent glitter flittering and flying everywhere. I'm gonna take that brown we used and then just gently press it there and then just blend that out going on there. I think that should call it a day. Not my best work, but obviously not my worst. You know, we're dealing with compromised foundation. I do like the way the concealer is looking so far, even though the rest of me looks like a really old special effects witch. Okay, so I did not have, obviously she doesn't have blushes, but I did go in and I got her Kilowatt Freestyle Duo Highlighter in Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule, because it is like, I mean, that looks like a blush I would buy normally, so that is what we are going to be using today. Let me get my favorite blush brush, which is this bad boy from Real Techniques. This is the multitask brush, and I've used her whatever's her summer collection ones before, and you just need a smidge, just kiss it ever so faintly, and then we'll just tap that on. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see that? Can you see? Oh, that looks, oh, that looks so pretty. Can you see it? Probably not, because the saturation is all whack on this. What can I say? Oh, that pretty. Ooh, we may have found a winner. Yeah, that is super pretty. Using that reminds me a lot of the Melt Cosmetics, their blush lights. So that is, I'm definitely okay with this. And you do want to be careful, because a little bit of her formula does go a long way, but that is really saturated. Really, really pretty. All right, for highlighter, we are actually going to highlight. I've been dying. I'm going to be starting with, even though it doesn't necessarily, stop it. Even though it doesn't necessarily go with the color scheme, quote unquote, this is her new Kilowatt one, just her single in the shade What a Brat, which is the baby pink, which is heaven. Gonna be using my trusty ever so favorite Milani all over blending, and we're just gonna, this is gonna be a moment, guys. Does not go with the color scheme I'm working with right now, and I couldn't care less. I love this formula so much. If you like a highlighter that has like a little bit of glitter but looks like super wet and metallic on the skin and blends seamlessly, these are it. I got that going on my nose. I think just for giggles, I am going to use one of these. I think, let's see here, I've got Fire Crystal and Lightning Dust, which that's going to be way too pale with this foundation. So we're going to do Mean Money and Hustler Baby. I think we're going to go with Hustler Baby right here, which is the more intense side. Just going on. And, oh, hello. These just look so good on the skin. They blend effervescently. Not that you can see the way any of this looks on my face because of that brightness, saturation in and out. Eventually I'll have a fancy camera that, like, you know, autofocuses and desaturates for me. But until that day, we're just gonna have to deal. But, I mean, look how pretty and like smoothie smooth my skin looks. Ignore everything else and that. Okay, last but not least, we have got one of the Stunna lip paints, which if this is a thing, you know, she's got some really that purple, that pink. So these have gotten rave whatevers. This one is in unbuttoned. It's just kind of a peachy nude. Now I have noticed, because I've taken this stuff out of the packaging and had it kind of whatever before I filmed this video, is because obviously I had this sitting up on my whatever over there. And I did notice is that it would very visibly separate, you know, so you have to go in and shaky shellac it up, but you know, that could just be whatever. Now, part of what makes her all fancy is her unique applicator. This like fancy rounded thing, which looks pretty great. All right, so we're just gonna, ooh, she paid me. Oh, it's a very liquidy formula. Okay, can you see? Oh gosh. Has a really nice glide to it, I will say that. It is a very liquidy formula, so I'm going to let our list dry and then we'll see. Okay, it didn't take long to dry. I'm definitely not mad at the finish. When you're doing like this, see, you can just go do the going on there and you're like doing this. I don't see it cracking or feathering or doing any of that, so that's probably going to be a whatever. Is it my end-all be-all formula? I don't know yet, but on first whatever, pretty good. Alright, y'all. That was my kind of somewhat hot mess trying out full face first impressions of Fenty Beauty. We've got some hit things going on here, like this whole thing is a blush here. You guys know these highlighters are bomb. Pretty sure I'm going to like the powder and the concealer. I'm just gonna have to try them out a little bit more. Kind of about the eyeshadow palette, the primer, and the foundation. No, those are going right back to the store. But obviously this is just my personal experience. If you have these products and you've used them, obviously I have dry skin, so if you've got oily skin, this may be your Fran-tackin' friggity holy grail foundation. Let me know down below in the comments what you think about any of these, if you have them, if you would recommend more of these or whatever. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. And as always, keep it real. Mwah!